Hello, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Tanya here for anybody that doesn't know, if you're new. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Channel's about my life, mental health, a couple of strokes I had, and just day-to-day coping with things. So this weekend, on Saturday, which was I think the 24th or the 25th, I went from where I live in Sydney in close to the city or walking distance to the centre of Sydney, up the Blue Mountains to have a psychology appointment with an amazing person. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say her last name, so I'm just going to say her first name. And down the track, she's going to come on the channel and we're going to have a chat about not necessarily my mental health, but just, the way she operates and her beautifulness, So the relationship I have with my psychologist is pretty amazing. I credit Debra to saving my life, even when I didn't want it saved. And it's been 9 long years of sometimes joyful and sometimes arduous therapy. But I've learned a lot on the way, and she tells me she's learned a lot on the way. I am not medicated for my chronic PTSD or depression or anxiety. I had experiences with that over the years that were actually worse than if I wasn't medicated, shall we say. So, and we can talk about that at a later date too. But today I just wanted you to see how amazing my time is with her. And not lately we've been doing quite a few online visits, because where she's situated now, she was in Sydney, but she's situated up in the Blue Mountains, around Katoomba way. So it's a couple of hours drive, or by the time you get organised, get out the door, hop in the car with all the new roads, it's fantastic. It used to be at least 2 hours drive, and I think it's about an hour and a half now, or maybe even a little bit less from the city. So it's amazing. Anyway, get off that, because we can talk about Sydney roads anytime. So I went up, and you'll see in the video, we went to a place called the Rhododendron Gardens, and that's in Blackheath, and we had our session in there, and I had a few things come up in the last sort of about 8 weeks, that I hadn't touched on since I was a teenager. But there was a remark made by somebody that I care about, and just sort of got me to thinking about some stuff, and you just got to get rid of it. Anyway, so not about me, it's about these beautiful gardens. They're all looked after by volunteers, and in spring, in November, I'll go back there. Next November I might have my birthday there. It's just flowering, and it's just magnificent. But we went there because it's so peaceful. There's ponds and just a lovely space. And then after we had our session in there, which was lovely, we went and had a nice breakfast together. I had one of my support workers with me, Eduardo. You've seen him in other videos. He's amazing too. And we then went off to a lookout at it's a hotel or accommodation up here. It was an old mansion, I think, back in the day, or an old hotel when they were just, like 150 years ago, just getting over the mountains, and that was built, I think. Anyway, look it up. We'll put Hydro Majestic in the comments, a link so you can have a look. And there's a beautiful lookout there that goes out over the Megalong Valley. You'll see those pictures of the valley. It's just absolutely beautiful, and that's where I had my equine therapy. we're going to do a video on that as well. So there's just me, my support worker Eduardo, and Debra, my amazing psychologist who understands me to a T and lets me be me and has brought me back from the brink. And then after that, I got back to Sydney. So I spent the day up there, and then I come back to Sydney, and I went to something called Kirtan, I think it is. Anyway, it's got, from my understanding, I think it's to do with the Hare Krishna movement. I'm not 100% sure because I've been going there I've been there a couple of times, and I just love it because I'm into meditation and that stuff I've learnt in my 9 years of therapy. And the centre that I went to, you have a lovely meal. You also chant together, and it's just spectacular. And I've got to think of the young lady's name. Eduardo, what was the young lady's name at Kirtan? Annabelle. A big shout out to Annabelle. She has been just spectacular in greeting, and I've had the 2 times that I went, I had such a beautiful time. You do some chanting together with people. We're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking for peace. And then you have a lovely vegan meal. I am not a vegetarian, but the food is spectacular. The people are spectacular, and you'll see it in the video. So I would implore that you watch towards the end, not just the beginning of it, because once the chanting gets going, you've got people meditating with the chanting, you've got people dancing with the chanting, you've got people singing, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful night on top of my beautiful day in the Blue Mountains. And it's been weeks coming because previously I'd been going up to the Blue Mountains probably for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and we've had, sadly, on those days we've had rain, and I'm quite nervous in a car on those steep roads. So I waited till it was good weather and went up there, and then come back, and then went to Kirtan in the evening. I have to say a big, big thank you to that community. I've gone there twice and I just love it. So please watch to the end, and you'll see the dinner I had back in Sydney, and just have a look at the beautiful scenery up in the Blue Mountains and the beautiful person that I owe my life to. So I'm going to say, be blessed and grateful. Like always, love each other, love yourself, and I look forward to seeing you soon, or anybody new that comes along, I look forward to seeing them as well. And as usual, I always forget to say, but I'm going to say it now, like, share and subscribe. I'm really loving doing this. It's been great therapy for me. I'm not looking to be a professional YouTuber. I'm just documenting my days and enjoying doing this. So be good to yourself. Take care. Bye.
Namaste, connecting to spirit.